Welcome to the Heaven Hugs YouTube channel. Before I get started in the fun epoxy resin videos, I wanted to give a backstory on how Heaven Hugs got started and how that ties into epoxy resin. So last year, January 2020, we found out that baby number 4 was on the way. His name is Gavin. At the time we had 2 daughters, 1 son already, so this would mean we have 2 boys, 2 girls, and our wild little boy was finally going to have a brother, so that was going to be really cool. We also got to thinking about birthday parties and things like that. 4 birthday parties a year, that adds up fast. So we decided to invest in a huge cotton candy maker and a huge popcorn maker, and that way we can just throw a party whenever we want to throw a party. And we bought all the matching boy clothes, things like that. We were very excited. The girls are older, so they were constantly interacting with my belly, with Gavin, talking to him, things like that. And I remember Fiona, our middle child, asking us, how will he know me when he comes out? And I would tell her, he's going to know you by your voice. He hears you right now. He's taking in everything that you're saying, and when he's born and he sees your face, he'll hear that voice and he'll know exactly who you are. And so she would tell him every day, I can't wait to see your face when you see my face. I went to the 20-week anatomy scan alone because of COVID. So at the 20-week anatomy scan, as soon as I saw Gavin in the 20-week scan, I knew he was gone. And it broke my heart. I don't even know if broken heart is the right word. It was like I was transported into a different dimension. Time and space just stopped. So I know there's about 5 seconds there where no one was speaking, but it felt like 5 months. I could go on and on about that 5 seconds. And the thoughts that rushed in my head, how am I going to tell them? Oh my gosh, was it the coffee? I did have a coffee. Did I cause this? How am I going to tell, Justin that Declan's not going to have a brother? Anyways, as these thoughts started to flood in and overwhelm me, I usually have tissues right close by, but I think I set them over there. Anyways, as the overwhelming thoughts started to flood in, I got a text message from Justin, my husband. And he said, look who's here. And there was a beautiful little bunny right outside the window. And so I could see my children looking at this beautiful bunny right outside the window. And the thing is, we were waiting to see bunnies all year long. And there were no bunnies in all of 2020 in our backyard. And there's usually a lot of bunnies in our backyard, but in 2020 there was none. And it made us sad. And in that moment, I was in a totally different place, hopeless, devastated, and then all of a sudden hope came in the form of this little bunny, and I received that as a heaven hug. My mom-in-law calls them God winks. So take a breath and take the next step, and I did. And I chose to keep my eyes peeled for any more bunnies, for any more heaven hugs I could possibly find. And there were so many, and I can't wait to share them with you and in upcoming videos. I mean, I could go on for years. Even just if no more miracles happened from today forward, I could still make about 500 YouTube videos about the heaven hugs. The bunny was number 1. How that ties in with epoxy resin is this. In September, we lost a family member, Justin's aunt. Justin's aunt Cindy passed unexpectedly. She was not old. It was devastating and heartbreaking. Cindy is an amazing person. She's one of the most enthusiastic people, and she loves everybody all the time, and she's so supportive of everybody all the time. And last thing that her and I had said back and forth is I told her, I'm going to start studying to become a personal trainer. I want to become a personal trainer. And I am still studying to become a personal trainer. Cindy's response to that was, you go girl, you can do anything, kind of a thing. And I said, I love you. And she said, I love you. And I said, I love you more. And she said, I love you most. And that's the last thing she ever said to us. And the last Facebook status Cindy ever had was, enjoy the little things in life, because one day you'll look back and realize They were the big things. All the family came to stay with us for the memorial service. Now I know, in times of grief, to keep my eyes peeled for those heaven hugs, those God winks, those little bunnies. A family member had delivered the biggest, most beautiful bouquet of flowers to be present at Aunt Cindy's memorial service. And I was seated a good distance from the flowers, but because of their vibrant color, I could see them at all times. And even though I was nowhere near them, I could smell the beautiful fragrance. So in the midst of grief was vibrant, fragrant hope. The memorial service went beautifully, and after the memorial service, when family started to go home, those flowers got left at our home. It's not that anyone forgot the flowers, it's that they were so big and beautiful, there's no way to transport them back to states away where other family had lived, so they got left at my house. And I felt, they're not mine. They're not just mine. This is not just my heaven hug. These flowers belong to Cindy's whole family and all of her friends. And so I started thinking about, how can I keep these flowers and give them away? I am going to figure out how to do the epoxy resin thing. So I did. And I put a bunch of flowers and a bunch of things. This is one of the things. It's comb and a little jar and a mirror. But I was able to give these things. So by the time you're watching this video, you can now click a link wherever you see a link. Every Heaven Hug purchase is going to come with one of these guys. And I'm gonna call this a Heaven Hug chip. This is a gift to give away. When you encounter somebody, whether it be at the grocery store or maybe in your own household or wherever that you think may need a Heaven Hug, you'll have one right here to give away. There's more videos to come. I'm really excited to show you guys how I make some of the things I make and the inspiration behind some of the things. Shoot, that's good. The store is now open, so if you'd like to shop, go right ahead. Have a wonderful day, and I hope and pray you keep your eyes peeled for those heaven hugs, those bunnies, those butterflies, hummingbirds, those things that